Hello, strong people. Week 3, day 1 of Iron Grizzly Classic Prep. It's press day, as usual for day 1 of the week. We got our main press, and then some accessories. Pretty much like any other day of the week, I guess. Main movement, supplemental movement. Well, sort of. I guess it's these first 3 or 4 weeks of prep for this show. We have the kind of like a primer, pre-exhaustion type of thing, the strict press before the main event. So 5 rep max in the log today. Strict press, 1 clean press away. I think my best is like 330. I don't know if I plan to beat that today. My stomach's a little bit wonky. I don't know if it was something I ate yesterday or something I ate today. I didn't eat anything today that I wouldn't normally. So I think it was something I ate yesterday, but we'll see. What else? Oh, and then 3 or 4 sets of 5, like clean and press each rep competition style. I think what I want to do, I want to train both Viper and push press. Because I don't know yet what we're going to do on game day. Like, I of course could hit the 350 log for reps and do well. But if nobody else is going to hit the 350 and it's just me and my buddy, I think we're going to agree to do the latter. So I want to be prepared either way. Plus Vipers are fun to train, but I need to improve my push press anyway. Like the strength I think is there, but I've been watching a lot of Lucas Hatton, and the way that he goes about his pressing days is just, it's interesting to watch because I think he does it a lot different than what a lot of people do. Which, you know, I'm not saying his way worked for everybody, but it's at least nice to try something different here and there, or at least take more time on the technical side of stuff. Because I'm definitely not technically perfect, but no, not at all. And I would never really claim to be in just about any movement. So, I think my strict press is all right though, but that's not, it's not everything. That only helps sometimes, I guess. But like the way that I actually watched a video today of him training, and he said, he made a comment about, like joking around, but like he's serious about it, about how like your lockout power is not the problem. It's I think of it kind of like a deadlift. So if your lockout on a deadlift sucks, we target the starting position, right? So why would it be any different for a press? If your lockout on the press sucks, why would you train the lockout and not the base that's pushing it to lockout? Like your legs or your positioning, your hips. That part I just really thought about just now, comparing it to the deadlift. But it kind of makes sense. I'll have to bring up that concept to my coach. I hadn't thought about that, but I think that's a fair comparison. I don't know. Either way, maybe I'm going to be pretty deliberate in my presses today on the warm-ups. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to talk too long. I want to actually lift. So let's get warmed up and toss some weight around. Well, that sucked. I was a little bit afraid of that because warm-ups did not feel good. Everything felt pretty heavy. So could I have muscled out the last 2 reps? Probably, but it's not supposed to be a true 5 rep max. It's supposed to be a heavy set of 5, and that was too much. I actually lowered the weight like 10, 15 pounds more than what I thought I was going to do, or what I was hoping to do. So that was 320. Obviously, it'll say it on the screen, but that was disappointing. It did not feel good. Everything felt pretty heavy there. My legs definitely are not very happy. They're definitely not fully recovered. And I think that's just a combination of the squats, like the whatever it was, 10 sets of 3, I think. That's a lot of squat volume like that. That back to back to back. Plus the, it's just a lot on the legs. Plus the sled drags. Like those are, in a way, kind of squats because you're using your legs. So your legs are getting a workout doing that. And I did, 4 or 5 sets of it, whatever was programmed. Plus, after each set, I have to push it back. So I'm almost supersetting it. Because yoke felt heavy at the end of the workout last week. Or not last week, Saturday. So I don't really know what to think going forward with the sets today. It's supposed to be 310. I'm going to put that on. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just do it. Oh, God. I am furious about how that went. That's just, oh. That's just embarrassing. Now, I can't say I'm overly surprised. Almost felt bad. My back is, I know I'm making excuses. That weight is light enough that it should not matter. But even with that being said, some days are bad days. Now, I'm not trying to justify this because I can't stand that. I can't stand how bad that was. It's just bad. That's all it was. Everything felt heavy, so it's not like, I was expecting anything great to happen, but I was not expecting it to go that bad. The one highlight was the first set, the Viper. At this point, I think I'm better at Vipering than I am at anything else. I do think that threw my technique off when it came to push press a little bit. Because because my cleans just weren't great. I was stopping early. Instead of racking it fully and getting it where it needs to be to press, the log was like stopping where I'd start the press for a Viper press, and it wasn't working out well. You can't do that. So it's in the coming week, I don't know. I want to do both because I want to be prepared for vipering versus push press. But I can't have that bad of a push press. I can't do that in a show and expect to perform well. So I don't know what I'm going to do moving forward. My Vipers seem to hit pretty easy, whether I train them or not. My best Viper was that 360. That was a week after OSG. That was after hitting a 380 axle, after a 400 or 408 axle attempt. So pretty fatigued, I would say. Not prep or anything. I feel like my Vipers they kind of click a little bit better. But that push press is not feeling good. Balance all over the place. Cleans are not good. Feel I'm out of my toes. Rack position sucks. Balance sucks. Dip feels bad. Nothing about that felt good today, I'll be completely honest. And the strict press is pretty much a good indicator of that, so whatever. Well, not whatever, but I'm just glad I'm moving on to accessories now. So I think it's lat pull downs next. I don't know if I'll talk. Usually I wasn't really thinking. Usually I talk to you guys during lat pull down. So maybe I'll just record them from a different angle from the back so you can, I don't know, see my lats poking out or something. Not that I have any muscle definition at all, but they're under there somewhere, But all right, let's move on to the next exercise. Get out of these sleeves. I recorded one clip from the back angle, so you can't see anything. So back to Old Faithful. I hope you can't see my underwear. There's a massive hole in the crotch of these shorts. But that is pretty much the norm for my clothes. So it is something you have to deal with. All right, I forgot to pause the chest on this, so. This set was much more difficult. Yeah, my back is cramping. It just feels, it's so tight. It is. It feels so bad, so tight. Not in a bad way, just like, it just needs like the massage gun. Just like that. I needed it done last night and I just forgot. I was gonna have it done today before I came out to the gym, but didn't. It's my own fault. My legs they are tired. Just walking around today at work, I was just like, ugh. Just not there. I have this problem where every couple days, it's not like a problem, but I'll be sleeping, and obviously I have the CPAP now. Well, maybe not obviously. If you don't know, I have a CPAP now. Because I have sleep apnea. And I've done it a couple times now where in the middle of the night I'll wake up and I'm thinking that it's like time for me to wake up for work. So I'll turn off the machine like take off the mask and then I look at the time because I'm half asleep and not really thinking about it. And it's like 4 in the morning or something stupid, and I was like, still got like 2 more hours. And it messes up my sleep diary. Because if you're unfamiliar with this, with a CPAP, it tracks stuff, of course. It tracks like when I'm sleeping. So like if I click it at like 11, I wake up at 6, that's 7 hours. And it'll show, you know, time, I forget the exact wording, but it says like seven hours. And then it'll have like, it'll record like sleep events, as in like how many times you stop breathing in your sleep. And then it has like, I forget what it says, like mask seal issue or something like that. It'll say, you know, mask seal once or twice, where it can detect that it wasn't sealed properly. And I think there's one other thing, but. So whenever I hit the button and turn it off like that, it messes up the hour thing, which is important to not mess up, because insurance, you probably don't need to know any of this, but insurance, they want you to use it for 4 hours a night on average. Now, of course, it's not a big deal because I've only done this like twice, and normally it's like 7 hours a night that I'm using it. So it averages out. Of course, I'm not in any danger, but like, if you don't go to the doctor like a month after you have it, and then, what is it? And if you don't average like 4 hours of sleep a night, and if it's not helping you, meaning, hey doctor, it's helping me, I need it, then they take it away from you. So I don't want that. So I got to stay on top of stuff like that. I think that's where I was going with all that. Myself in the nose. The right side lat is activating better than the left one, so I'm trying to pull more with the left. But anyway, last night I turned the thing off and messed up my sleep thing. It's not a big deal. Another problem that I have is kind of gross is I drool in my sleep sometimes. So like if I'm laying on my side, I'm like drooling out of the corner of my mouth. And it's causing a not quite a good seal around this part of my mouth. So maybe I need to sleep on my back or something. Straight up on my back, it'll look better. Because I can do that now that, you know, I have a CPAP. But I feel better. I didn't feel that great yesterday. I was just kind of run down yesterday, but I had a really long session Saturday. It's hard to train 6 events. I don't know how the guys at Worlds do it. Like, they're definitely not training every single event to a T. You know, like, there's going to be 2 presses, one in the beginning, one in the final. Some guys train the prelim events very hard, don't really prep for the final, just try to get to the final and make do with what they got. But I don't think anybody's training every single event, you know, day in, day out. You get burnt out so fast. And as strong as they are, you can't do stuff like that. Because the weights you're using are just, they can hurt you, and you get burnt out so quick. Just the fatigue would set in like crazy. If you're doing that many, you know, if you're truly peaking that many events, everything would suffer. And I'm definitely not a coaching guru or anything. I've written some basic 4-week, 5-week programs. Not much of a program. You can't really do much in 4 or 5 weeks, truly. There's got to be some sort of building phase into that 4 or 5 week peak. Because it's not really a peaking phase if you're 4 to 5 weeks out. Kind of like me, what I'm doing right now. Thankfully, I don't think I need to be fully peaked for a local show anymore, which is nice, but that doesn't mean I don't want to show up in like good condition, you know. I can't walk into it and just embarrass myself by just not performing. Because no matter what the show is, I'm there to compete. Local show, nationals, OSG, Pro-Am, whatever it is, I want to be as good as I can be. However, if there's one place where I can maybe get by without being as good as I, could be, it's a local show. And of course, that's very dependent on the other guys competing too. I don't want to undermine their work because anything can happen in strongman. You slip up on one or two events, you make some mistakes, give up points that you can't afford to give up, and boom, you've lost first place. But that might be kind of insightful. I don't know if those are actual useful words, but let's do one more set here. I think this is set 4 in total because my lats are screaming. Oh, there's no pauses this set. Just burn out. Burn out. Oh. God, nope. Woo-hoo. All right. Yeah. I'm closing the video out here pretty quick. I had to do my accessories pretty light. Didn't feel like recording them because my back's tightening up. It's just sore. Not in like a bad way, just like fatigued, like I've used it a lot more than... Like strongman's very back dominant in general, but going from like that back tweak to log, which is, deadlift off the floor, axle deadlifts, hard off the floor, sandbag over bar, hard off the floor, yoke, arm over arm, frame. It's a very back dominant show, which is, I would say, the majority of strongman. And I'm okay with all that. It's just, it might be I might be hitting it a little bit too hard. Coming back to a show like that. I'm not hurt or anything. It's just fatigue is kind of setting in earlier than what I thought it would. But I can't say I didn't see it coming based off of how intense my Saturday sessions have been now that I've actually been training them really hard. That I've been sleeping better, so I have more energy to do it. But that's kind of leaving me a little bit more fatigued. So like in theory, I should be recovering better because I'm sleeping better, but I'm also putting in a little bit more work, a little bit more effort probably because I feel better, so it's probably evening out. Just something I need to do a better job of. Keep up on the massages, keep things loose, sleep good. My sleep's been great. I've actually been going to bed early and sleeping like through the night, minus the occasional night, like the 2 nights where I woke up and took my CPAP off. But sleep has been great, so yeah, I don't know. Log has been the only real pain this prep so far. I know it's week 3, but is it week 3? Yeah, week 3. But it's been pretty meh. Besides the Vipers are great. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to call it there because I'm pretty much done. So, you didn't miss much. And tomorrow's a rest day. I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow. Probably not. They take forever sometimes. I get a haircut like once every so many months, if you can't tell. And I'm really bad at it. So, I'm really bad at staying on top of that. Anyway, that's not relevant. Rest day tomorrow, and then we got some heavy-ish singles on Wednesday. I don't think we're quite in 700 pounds territory yet. Where are we? I don't think so. It's like 5 to 8 singles or something, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully they move well. I will get my back massaged out prior to that and try to loosen up some of the knots. Is there any science to that? Is there actual knots? Like, I know the muscles can't, like, physically twist in the knot, but I don't know how any of that stuff works. I just know after massage gun to the back, I feel looser, I feel better, so I do it. It seems like a good enough reason to me, so that's where I'm going to end it today. So until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.